Hello, it's been a while. I'm gonna get straight into this because I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I know it's holiday season, so even more so. It's exactly as the title says. If I think I'm gonna title this video correctly, yeah, I failed my final exam, and I'm possibly gonna lose my job too because of it. I feel like I should explain this from the beginning because I don't know if people have seen my previous videos, so it just makes sense to. Um, I'm doing an engineering degree apprenticeship. Started, I don't know, 2022 ish. Um, First year went well, passed it. Began my second year, and during the exam season, I didn't do well and I failed, which is fine. Happens. And then I was given the chance to resit my exams. During this time, I was also working full time as well. Um, when it came time to the resits, my grandma passed away, and I had to go spend time with my family, and I failed those resits. Um, that didn't give me enough credits to move into the third year, so I had to speak to my company, which I'm working for, because I'm doing an apprenticeship, and they said to me they'll give me another chance. I had to sign a contract saying if I failed another exam, another assessment, anything, they would review my contract and basically fire me. And that's how I'm interpreting it. So I resat second year and I did really well at university. I did. I got good grades, did all my assignments. And then third year started, which is this September. And well, at the beginning of September, I know before I started the semester, or a unit as I call it, I started having like fainting episodes. Not like fainting, but my head would get really lightheaded and dizzy. And I ignored it because I thought, oh, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of dumb too now. I don't know why I did it. It's so dumb. I don't know why I'm moving my hands about. I'm sorry. I just feel like I should. I don't know. During like close to the assignment week, I got of my first semester of third year. I got really sick. Um, but I thought I could just power through it, and I tried to, and then a couple days before my assignment was due, this semester had no exam. It was just an assignment or a piece of coursework. I got really ill, and I think it was like a day or two before I collapsed, and I had to go to A&E hospital. I was there for like 24 hours, but I missed the assignment submission date and the presentation for it, so I failed my first semester. I was terrified. I was a mess. Even the days leading up to the time I collapsed, I wasn't eating that much at all. I was not drinking as much. I was in a state, and after I came out of hospital, because of the contract I signed, I was like, okay, my life is over, and I still kind of think that, to be honest. Anyway, uh, I talked to people at my university and some people I know at work, and they said I should be fine, but it's not a guarantee. I've technically broken my contract. So ever since then, so from the end of no, what is it? Beginning of well, I don't know, November. I don't know what the timeline is, but ever since I got at hospital and I just stopped taking care of myself, and in the first, I just stopped. Basically, I stopped eating and drinking properly. I lost around like 4 kilograms in 2 weeks ish, around about that, because I just wasn't eating. I just felt like my life was over, and to be honest, I haven't been ever since that. So I should probably get. I'm sorry. So uh, this would have been around end of October-ish until now. I haven't been eating properly, and I lost like the 4 kilos in 2 weeks. But I have ever after those 2 weeks, I've still progressively lost weight because I still haven't been eating properly. And then I forgot, maybe we the second my second semester started um couple because of doing an apprenticeship, they kind of jam pack our semesters quite close together, and they're like 6 weeks long, which is they're very hectic and quite stressful. uh, Obviously I know normal university is quite stressful as well, I know that. um Sorry. Then I just started my second semester. Sorry, I just finished my second semester, and that started like a month ago, 6 weeks ago. And even during that time, I wasn't eating properly or taking care of myself. Um, there were some days where I wouldn't eat at all. Maybe just drink some water. And before I started my second semester, like I was going to work, and people would say I look different and I sound different. And I saw some pictures of myself, and especially of my face, I've lost a bunch of weight around my face, and I was acting different, and people have noticed that apparently. I didn't think I was acting different, but everyone thought I was. And my manager saw me, and he was very concerned. And then um, I started getting therapy at the beginning of my second semester. I'm sorry if I'm explaining this horribly. I'm just not good at this explanation thing. I just wanted to give you a rough idea to catch you up on what's going on. Um, yeah, so during second semester, which I had just finished, I started therapy. And for a little bit, I started eating like something small a day, or I'd force feed myself, even if I'd throw some of it up, um, just so I could keep going. And this week was my this week and last week was my examination week. So I had a not poster presentation to make, and an essay, not sorry, a presentation to make, and I had a exam. And leading up to these days, I I couldn't live properly. Uh, Maybe because of the lack of eating, but I kind of made a depression mess. My flat is disgusting. Uh, it's it's not good. I'm going to clean it up. I should say that I'm going to. Wait, no, that kind of goes against what my therapist. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna get to it. Um, yeah. During that time, my I really struggled to like study. I really struggled to focus. I used to be able to, before I got sick and I went to hospital, I could sit down and do a Pomodoro, like 15 minutes studying, 10 minutes off for like 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, and that was really good. But I just I can't do it anymore. I haven't got. I'm not like the same person I was before I got all this happened, and all this. My world started crumbling apart, and I started just falling apart. And yeah, so 2 weeks before my exam, I noticed like I just really struggled to study, even though if I'd force myself, and I would just start falling into like a depression spiral. I will say that my therapist, he gave me some good techniques. I'm doing CBT therapy, so it's been helping me a little bit, and it's been interesting. Now, during this time, I've had a bunch of I mentioned in my previous videos about the dark thoughts I've been having, and how I have had feelings of how do I think I used this phrase last time, kachowing myself. Um, yeah, and a few days before my exam, like because I was comparing, I didn't understand why I couldn't be me, why I couldn't perform, and then the stress of me most likely actually losing my job even now. Uh, I went on a walk, and there was a bridge near my house, and now I didn't. It's just more as the thought crossed my mind, and there was intent on that thought, and that really scared me. Like that that my mind jumped there, and I was afraid of my. I don't know if I was afraid, but it was a weird feeling that that thought came to mind, and there was some intent behind that thought related to that bridge. I hope if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure if I'm able to say it properly on this platform, or without. I don't know, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And instead of going to that bridge, I went home and I called the hotline. If you understand what I mean by hotline, I'm not sure if I can say the first word, but the hotline number for my country, and had a great chat with someone on the hotline. He was a very lovely guy, and um, he helped me through that night, by like calming me down, talking to me, and the next morning actually was my exam, and I don't know how to describe this, because I think because my health was so bad, and it still is actually, that I like TV static when I was sitting in the exam. There was actually, about this exam, if I wasn't the way I am right now, if I was actually healthy and maybe in the right mental state, I could have passed it easy. I could have got a high grade, but just because I let myself get to this stage, and I destroyed 3 years of my apprenticeship, that I know I failed. And I know people might say like, "Oh, you won't know it until you get the results." I know I failed. It's one of those things where you 100% know, and it was, yeah. Those 3 days leading up to the exam were horrible. The depression, the thoughts of kachowing myself, having to call the hotline, the thoughts of the bridge, the bridge and everything. I don't know. I don't know. I lost. I feel like I lost who I was in that time, and yeah, I talked to my therapist. I told my therapist about it in my last video. I said I was scared to tell my therapist about my dark thoughts. I probably should have told him sooner, because about the bridge stuff happening. But yeah, I told him, and we've started to do some work about it. Um, yeah, I don't know if any of this things. I know my videos aren't the best structured. I really struggle to explain things correctly and talk properly. I've always struggled with that, and I'm so sorry if I've confused you, or I apologize if I wasted your time in that sense. I just put these up there so I can. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Um. Um. Where am I going with this? I don't even know. Yeah. Then I talked to my therapist, and after the exam, I've started to properly. I'm starting to eat one meal a day. It started me force feeding myself, but now I can. Um. It's not a lot, or it's not, or it takes me a while to eat, but I eat one meal a day, and I'm gonna try and get up to two. Now, let me move on. So after the the exam, I had the presentation. I knew I failed, and I felt awful, but I know I just had to keep powering through. And now I've got a bunch of health issues now because of the way I've treated myself and all this stuff. So I don't do well on caffeine. I don't drink caffeine often. I got like Red Bulls, and I just drank them, and I my presentation was due like 4 days after my exam, so I just powered through it. I stayed up all night, and I managed to finish it, and then I submitted. It was due on like 2 p.m. Thursday this week, but I submitted it. I was stayed up all night and went to bed like 7 a.m. It was really rough, and the next day I slept the entire day, and I've crashed. I'm at my lowest. I think right now I'm at my lowest point. Um, so the day after I crashed, it was Friday, and I had some meetings at work, and I decided to tell my managers everything. Um, they roughly knew because my company's actually the one paying for my therapy, but my um the people I'm working with, I told two of the people who I'm like, I don't know, the managers. I'll just stick with that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And they've tried to calm me down and saying they'll help me. Um, they will try and we'll try and make a plan so that maybe I don't get fired, or we'll try and do something. But I don't know. There's a chance that because I failed one assignment because I got sick, and two because of the state I'm in. I'm going to call it depression. I'll actually want to speak about that in a second, but because of that, I might lose my job because of the contract I signed. Now I won't know until July if I'm going to get fired or not. But it's truly agonizing knowing I have to wait. I'm sorry, it's 6. It's like 5 in the morning. My sleep schedule's messed up. I don't know how many months it is, but this period of time I have to wait to see if I get fired or not, and it's like everything I've worked so hard for is gonna go down the drain, and I just have to start again. And I'm 21, and people keep telling me that I've got enough time, but it's painful. Now I know people have got who are going through much worse things than I understand that. I know I shouldn't be complaining too much. I don't know. I need to. I talked to my therapist. We've got a choice to make. Either I just give up completely, or just work really hard until July and just prove my worth. Essentially, I've got two more semesters left, and they don't have exams. The exam I just sat is the final exam I'll ever take in my schooling career, if I don't do a PhD. And I messed it up because I'm broken or whatever. So yeah, that's everything. I don't know if I explained it correctly. I don't know if you understood anything I've said. I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah. I had a lot during this time. I had a lot of heart pain, and then I talked to my therapist, and I told him about this, and he just said to me, "I am depressed, and I have to accept it, and I have to accept that I'm not the person I was before. I need to kind of just start again." And the moment I just told myself, "Yeah, I'm depressed. I am sewer." I'm gonna finish the word, but yeah, sewer. I'm not gonna finish it. I hope you understand what I mean. Um, like a lot of my heart kind of relaxed. I don't know. Allow myself to ease up a little bit, but I don't want to stay like this. I do want to get better. I don't want it. In my last video, like I said, I don't want. I want to keep going. I want to get through this. But the bridge thing was scary. That's just, yeah. This is where I am now. I'm gonna have to wait till after Christmas to have another meeting with my managers, and I'm kind of scared. I'm just scared to go back to work because I don't. Is my career over? I don't know. It's just I used up all my holiday to be honest, just to get away from it. Maybe I'm just running away. I'm not sure. I know I need to face it. I'm not. I know. I know. Um. Now it's all over for the rest of the year. I've got Now, I don't celebrate Christmas, so and I don't want to go. I'm not gonna go home because that's a whole other set of issues. So, um, gonna try and I'll try and recover. That's the no, yeah. I'm gonna try and recover. I'm gonna start again, I guess. Start rebuilding myself. I start working again in January, and at the end of January, I go back to university. So I'm just gonna try. No, no. I need to first fix myself. Then I can worry about other stuff. That's what I need to. I need to clean up my flat. It's just. I'm gonna call it a depression mess because it's terrible. It's embarrassing. It's shocking. To be honest, it's not good. It's not. I hope um I haven't wasted your time, and I hope everything I've said to you all makes complete sense. I'll just say it one more time. Fail exams, side contracting. If I fail another exam, I could lose my most likely get fired. It's a lot of pressure. To be honest, I'm actually kind of scared to go back to university, and I'm kind of scared to learn things these days. But I think I'll make a separate video talking about that because that is something else entirely. I mean, while going through this all, there's actually been few things that keep me going. Like I want to do well for my mom, so that's keeping me going. And I'm religious, so I'm Muslim, so I pray, and that. Honestly, without those two things, I don't think I'd be here anymore. If I'm being completely honest. But I'm also sorry that I'm posting depressing stuff. I know. I wish I'd post more positive things, but I have no one to talk to, so I just put it on here because I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening. I've gotten a bunch of lovely comments, and honestly, they really lifted my mood. And I don't. I mean, I can fake a smile when I'm with people at work. That's fine, but I haven't really truly smiled until I read some of those comments, and they truly mean the world to me. So thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate it. Is that all I have to say? I'm not completely sure, but this video is not. I had an idea in my head of what I want to say, but it never comes out correctly. I still need to get tested for ADHD and whatnot. My father got diagnosed. I think he got complex ADHD, or I'm not too familiar with the name. I don't know how that has any relation to this. I don't know, but I hope you have if you're listening to this, if you had a good rest of your holiday and a good New Year. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. It's already 6 a.m. I think, or 5 a.m. I don't know. I don't know what time, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. Yeah. Bye bye.